Welcome to BaseballGuys.com. I'm Ray Flowers. As we get ready for the weekend, Friday afternoon here, I want you all to know that Ray Flowers and BaseballGuys.com, we never stop working on the news, never stop covering the world of baseball, and to that end, I want to start out with my team, the San Francisco Giants, with two young players in the news today. First off is Madison Bumgarner. He's the next great arm in the Giants rotation. He'll be looking to join Tim Lincecum and Matt Cain as a threesome to build around. If they can get Jonathan Sanchez up to speed, look out, the Giants could have the top foursome in baseball, and that foursome could start this season. Bumgarner, who doesn't turn 21 until August, that's right, he can't even buy a bottle of booze for another 6 months. Bumgarner has a legitimate shot to be the Giants' fifth starter on opening day. He went 27-5 so far in his career. He's at an ERA of under 2, a whip of under 1, a strikeout rate of almost a batter per inning in his minor league work to this point. However, all of that work was in the low minors. He hasn't been above Double-A. Had a brief cup of coffee with the Giants last year. Personally, I find it hard to believe, despite all the talent, that he'll be able to open the year with the club at 20 years old. We'll have to wait and see. But those of you in fantasy keeper leagues, now's the time to pounce on Bumgarner. His value is going to skyrocket soon. The second Giant that we want to talk about is Buster Posey. Thought of by a lot of people in the fantasy world to be an up-and-coming catcher this season. I've long said that won't happen until next year. Giants made that prediction, I think, a reality by signing Benjamin Molina to a one-year deal, putting off the ascension of Posey to the starting catcher's role for at least another season. Giants came out today, though, through Bruce Bochy, the manager, and said, hey, look, Buster Posey, who's a shortstop in college, he's going to play some infield during the spring training. Giants going to attempt to get him a little more versatility, see maybe if he can handle the third base role. Obviously, being a shortstop, he should be able to handle that. Posey still projects as a catcher, but the Giants and his fantasy owners would love to see Buster Posey see some time in the infield, get an opportunity to play there, give him a chance to be more productive and more involved in 2010 versus just serving as a caddy to Benjamin Molina. Next player on the list, well, there's two. The first one's Orlando Hudson, who I spoke about yesterday. He signed the one-year, $5 million deal with the Twins. It was reported at BaseballGuys.com in the Around the Horn piece. Mere hours after that deal became official, lo and behold, Adam Kennedy signed his deal, now moving to the Nationals, the other team that Hudson was rumored to be really interested in going to. There's a piece at rototimes.com. For all of you out there, you can go look at me comparing the two players. Bottom line is Kennedy went where Hudson wasn't wanted. He signed a $1.25 million deal for this season. There's a $2 million option for next year. His signing with the Nationals probably means Ian Desmond begins the year at AAA. Christian Guzman will stay at shortstop. We'll have to wait and see how Kennedy does. There's certainly a chance that he ends up being transitioned to more of a support role. They're not paying him that much money, as I said, $1.25 million. But Ian Desmond probably won't start the year with the club. He'll get a little bit more time at AAA. It might be beneficial to him, even though he looked really good at the end of last season. Can still work on some things at the plate as well as in the field. Christian Guzman eventually should be the loser here, but for now he gets a reprieve with the signing of Adam Kennedy to play second base for the Nationals. Brandon Webb is in the news. He's going to throw. He had surgery in August on that shoulder. He's going to get a chance to have his first time on the hill next Tuesday. Wait and see how that goes. A lot of reports so far have been very positive with him. Unfortunately, the reports with Webb were also positive last offseason, and we saw what happened there. Make sure that Webb's healthy. Make sure he proves himself in the spring training before you even consider spending a mid-round pick on him in fantasy leagues this year. His addition would obviously be a huge boon for the Diamondbacks. He's one of the top 10 starting pitchers in baseball when fully healthy. Yorvit Torrealba turned down a deal from the Rockies, a 2-year deal, and instead ended up signing a deal with the Padres, a 1-year deal with a second-year option. Bottom line is he's in pace now to make roughly the same amount of money he would have made guaranteed if he had signed with the Rockies. And with the second year of his current contract with the Padres, an option year, he may have really missed out as far as fattening his bank account. He also loses out moving from a Rockies team to a Padres team. Obviously, the team in San Diego isn't as effective offensively. He also goes from a great hitter's park to the best pitcher's park in baseball. Not a big home run hitter, but still won't do him any favors at the dish. He'll now team with Nick Hundley behind the plate. He's a middling fantasy option. Don't look for him to do anything near what he could have done if he had accepted the Rockies' initial offer. And finally, Kevin Gregg officially signed his deal. He'll battle Scott Downs and Jason Frazier for closing duties. Look for my review of those three players at rototimes.com over the weekend. I break down all three and kind of give you my thoughts on who I think will emerge as the Blue Jays' ninth inning option in 2010. Again, I'm Ray Flowers. It's BaseballGuys.com. Thanks for joining me, and I'll talk to you all again soon.